Hello fire signs, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot, or welcome back to Timsy Naked Tarot if you are a regular viewer. If you are a regular viewer, you can tell that we are doing a monthly overview, and that will be for November, just in case you're watching this way into the future. Okay, yeah, simply if you are new here, what I do is I pull a rune out of this red bag here, and that will be the overall energy of the month of November for you. Then we get 5 cards out of there, one for each of the 4 weeks of November, and then the last one being the end of November going into December. Get some clarifiers out of there. All very simple. Okay, so let's make a start on it all, shall we? So we have got oh no, it's not Manas, is I was. I'm going to have to check the pronunciation on this one because it's been a while since I've had it out. And I only really use the runes on these ones, and maybe some of my other ones that I do. Yeah, it's AWAS. There you go. It literally translates to the horse, but this is in reverse. So this could be a month of a lack of faith, a lack of trust, a lack of loyalty, stagnation, bad traveling, okay, problems with your cars, stuff like that, and kind of just not really going anywhere with it. Okay, so what else could we be saying about this rune? Yeah, is it because it's in reverse? It's a lack of things. Anything you think about horses, traveling, anything like that, it's a lack of that, and sort of like a lack of, or not a lack of, maybe sort of problems with travel. Okay, so to go with that, we have got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that could be a lack of acting upon the truth, knowing the truth, but not being able to act on it, even if you want to. And the Seven of Wands, possibly because you may be a little bit over defensive. You may be sticking to your moral high ground when perhaps you might actually be in the wrong. Okay. Now, while I'm shuffling the deck, I will just point out this is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. If you know your birth chart, go and check out some of your other elements in your birth chart. I've got hiccups coming out of nowhere. If you don't know your birth chart, just go and check out the other monthly overviews I do, and see if anything in them resonate with you. And if they do, you're probably acting from that sort of area of your birth chart. Okay, you can go and easily find out what your birth chart is as long as you know your place, time, and date of birth. There are free apps on the internet, there's free things on the internet which will let you find these things out. Okay, so for the first week we have got the Five of Swords, which flew out of the deck as I was shuffling. For the second week we have got the Sun. For the third week we have got the Knight of Swords. For the fourth week we've got the Queen of Swords. It's a very swordy one, isn't it? And then for the last week going into December, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, so the five of Swords in the first week. While I'm shuffling the clarifiers, I would also just like to point out that this is a predictive read in nature, because we are literally pulling on the energies of a month, which hasn't quite happened yet. So things can change throughout that month. We can use our free will. Other people can use their free will and make things different from what they are currently. And also, don't get disheartened if only one of these cards resonate with you. I am doing 3 signs all in one here, so perhaps that card is for your star sign and the other cards are for the other star signs. It is quite simple. They don't all necessarily have to run in line with each other. These could be individual messages for individual people who are watching. Okay, so I don't know why I put them up there. They need to stay on the table because I've got more to do with them. The Five of Swords in the reverse, and then the Five of Swords in the upright. with the Chariot. So this is telling us, it was in reverse there. You don't think you're getting in your own way, but your own actions are the things that are stopping you moving forward in the first week of November. You're sabotaging your chances of moving forward. It would be a bit like it would be a bit like leaving your laptop on charge in your car overnight and then expecting the battery to be fully charged in the morning when you're ready to go. The laptop battery is, but your car battery might not be. Something like that. It's something you're doing, and maybe deliberately, maybe not deliberately, but whatever you're doing is stopping you from actually getting going, okay, for the first week of November. Crossing this is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is telling us that you actually do know that you're doing this. You know you are sabotaging your own chances of actually moving forward. Now, this could be in some sort of legal proceeding, or perhaps it could also be, well, I don't know, perhaps you need to get a professional in. Maybe you need to decorate the house, do some renovations on the house, something like that, repair your car, get a new battery. You know this, and you're kind of deliberately stopping yourself from it happening. So it could be something like that, maybe because you don't have the money to go ahead with it at the moment, or you're waiting to see if you do have the money to go ahead with it later on in the month, whatever it may be. But you know that you're doing this. You know that it's your actions, the King of Swords actions all the way there, are the things which are stopping you from progressing from where you are at the moment. Okay, second week of, and there's a horse. I've only just noticed that. That's quite, and there's also another horse. It's kind of fascinating how it all connects together, isn't it? So it's a grumpy looking horse as well. Anyway, the Sun card there. Not that the horse has much to do with the Sun card, but strangely enough, most of the time there is a horse on the Sun card. Yeah, the second week is good for you to a certain extent. Yes, you may be getting in your own way still, with a was in reverse there. Maybe you're not progressing forward as quick as you could be. The second week for some of you, there could be some form of new love coming into the situation. Either a younger, fresher type of love, maybe a new way of loving. You do have to look at the situation from a different perspective, though. It's not your norm. So it could be, literally, there could be someone who is attracted to you, got the hots for you, wants to make a relationship with you, but they might be a lot younger than you. Maybe they're from a different ethnic background. Maybe they're from a different social background. Maybe they're from a different religious background. But whatever it is, you have to look at things differently, and it will work with the Sun, but you may just have to sort of, maybe it will only work if you're looking at it or accepting the fact that it's coming from a different culture where you would not normally be expecting it. Maybe they're the same sex or something like that. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune here is saying that this this is a natural progression. It's another divine energy. It's another major arcana card here. That's 4 major arcanas for you sitting there in the second week of November. So this is kind of like being forced upon you. It's even to the point where if you decide that you don't want anything like this to happen, and you decide you stay at home, yeah, there's a knock on the door and you open it, and it's, I don't know, your Deliveroo person, or whatever it may be, and you kind of start feeling this attraction to them straight away. The Wheel of Fortune is saying it's happening. It's the natural progression of things. It's got to go this way. What you do with it once you have it is up to you, again, because of your free will. But the universe is saying, well, I'm kind of like contracted to do this because you've kind of asked me to. You probably manifested all this into your life, either knowingly or unknowingly, so the universe is delivering it to you. What you do with it once you have it is, again, up to you entirely. And for a lot of you, your fortunes will literally start to change on the second week of November, though. Okay, so Knight of Swords. Oh, 3 cards down. Okay, so Knight of Swords, third week of November. We have got the Seven of Cups, we've got Temperance, we have got the Ace of Swords. These are all in reverse. They all came out of in reverse. And it for this Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is all about taking action. It's charging in. Mission orientated. I've got a goal in mind. I'm doing everything I can to get to that goal. You're fighting against something, though, doing it. Okay, for the simple fact that our main energy of the month there is basically being stuck in the mud. Temperance in reverse is saying that you've just finally lost patience. You can't wait any longer and you're going for it anyway. Okay. The Seven of Cups in reverse, you feel that you don't have any other option. You have to go ahead and do this. And with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's kind of saying you have plenty of options. You kind of know this truth, but going harping back to these double 5 of Swords down here, yeah, you're just making it worse for yourself. Okay, if you feel the compulsion to charge in and do something in the third week of November, try to hold yourself back. Try to think your way through it. Try to look for the other options, the other ways out. Okay, I'm getting ideas of the Labyrinth, the film The Labyrinth with David Bowie in it, and when the young heroine goes into the maze and she's starting to find her way around the maze, you find that there's plenty of openings within the maze, within the labyrinth, but they look exactly the same as the walls, the way they've been designed. So there, she's walking past them. She's not realizing that there's openings there because she thinks it, like, from her peripheral vision and her general lack of examination of the walls properly, she thinks it's just another part of the wall, maybe a little shadow or something like that. She's not realizing it's an opening which she could go through and find it quicker. So the opportunities are there. The choices are there for you. You just have to actually take your time and look for them. Okay, it's a bit of advice there not to rush into things. Crossing this is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is telling us it's another divine timing card, as well as that Temperance there. It's telling us that, well, this is your time, but it might not be quite there. It's only just your time to start doing this. Or the other thing it could be saying is you have plenty of time. You don't have to rush your way through this, no matter or despite the way you feel about it. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is the energy of, well, I'm going to say emotionally detaching yourself in this particular case. Or you are emotionally detached, and it might be telling you have to attach yourself a little bit more to it. The Nine of Wands and the Fool card. Okay, okay, it's also the energy of knowing the truth and not acting upon it. A bit like our King of Swords up there, knowing the truth but not acting upon it because you're sabotaging yourself. You're actually deliberately not acting upon it. You're fighting against that urge to act upon it, which is what you have to do in the third week. Fight against your urge to act upon it and take your time with it. You're defensive about something. You're defensive about actually starting something new. That's probably why we've got, did I call it Manas earlier? He was up there in reverse. Okay, the Fool card is a new beginning, or at the very least it's resetting something you've already done, starting over. Maybe it didn't go right the first time, you have to do it again. The Nine of Wands is fighting against it. It's the defensiveness. It's a weak defense. There could be stronger defense cards, I suppose, but you are sort of kind of like resisting to actually get going on this. You know the truth that you have to get going. This could be like a prime example of this energy I'm feeling here is when you wake up in the morning and you know you have to get up out of bed. You know it's like the last alarm's just gone off, and you're going to be late for work if you don't actually get out of bed now and get yourself ready. But you then pull the duvet around you and snuggle down even deeper. Okay, and you decide, no, I'm not getting up now, I'm just going to have another 5 minutes. Okay, you know you're meant to be doing it, but you're just not. Okay, crossing all this is the Four of Cups. Is this Four of Cups is almost like you feel like you're missing something. Okay, there's something missing on the 4th week of November, and you're not entirely sure what it is. For some of you, the universe is kind of actually thrusting it upon you. You're just not noticing. The universe is giving you signs for this and telling you in like snatches of conversations you hear. You turn on the telly and there'll be a certain program on, and it will be kind of like giving you the advice you need, but you're just not picking up on it. You're either deliberately or unintentionally ignoring what the universe is trying to help you with there. Okay, but it is the thing you're missing. It's the maybe someone's stolen your mojo. How about that? Okay, so for the last week of November going into December, we got the Hierophant. And I think this is possibly where you learn that everything you have been doing, or why you have been doing everything you've been doing. It's like the part of the puzzle finally slots into place and you go, okay. But it's not you slotting the puzzle into place, it's someone else. Maybe like throughout the whole month you're holding back because you feel that there's something coming at the end of the month, and then you get advice about it, and it might be just you waking up to the universe talking to you. Yeah, the universe answers your questions all the time. You just have to be open enough to actually understand how and when the universe answers you. Okay, so we got the Tower going via Hierophant here and the Three of Cups. So come the end of the month, everything's changing for you. Okay, the stagnant energy you're in, that's changing. It starts changing during the 2nd week, but you're not really noticing it getting going, because it's think of it as like a big lorry. Takes a while to get up to speed. Once it is up to speed, it takes a while to slow down again. So that's what this is it's the change, the realization that there's a life change happening here. Maybe all of a sudden you start thinking differently, feeling differently about certain things. What might have been a bit of a bad thing in your mind at the beginning of the month is not so bad, and after sitting back and thinking about it for a little bit, you can sort of see the positives of it eventually. Yeah, okay, the Tower is often deemed a bad card. It could be that, yeah, maybe you end up, I don't know, getting advised to do something and it changes your life forever. But it could be a good card as well. If you won the lottery, that's going to change your life forever. And that's going to have just as much bad involved in that as good. Yeah, you might have enough money to not have to worry about going to work for the rest of your life, but then you also get all those people who are trying to get that money off you one way or another. With the Three of Cups coming out at the end of the month as well, this is an indication that there may be parties for you and celebrations in store for you in the coming months. Maybe you're starting to get invites for functions, social gatherings and parties in December. Or it could be with that Tower and the Hierophant there, all of a sudden something's clicked in you, and then people start gravitating towards you, asking you for advice, asking you how to change their life, how to make their life better. Maybe you become a bit of a lifestyle guru at the end of November. Crossing this is the Nine of Wands. Well, this is what I sort of said, yeah, where you've been stuck in a stagnant energy throughout the beginning and middle of November. Everything starts to move forward on at the end of November going into December. It could also be something out of nowhere. Yeah, you get a message from someone you like never expected to get a message from. Maybe you've been playing around with one of those so-called celebrities on Facebook or Twitter or something like that, and you've like been entertaining them, but never, not like not sort of really believing that it's really that person. You know, I don't know if you do these social medias, but you see a lot of them around there, and that you get some sort of evidence that, well, you are actually talking to the real person. Maybe, let's just say, for example, you end up watching telly and Keanu Reeves is on it and he's talking about you in the interview, and it's like, oh yeah, there's this guy I talk to, or this girl I talk to on X, and they give me all this good advice. They tell me this, they tell me that, and they always make me feel good when I'm talking to them. And they will say certain little things and certain little catchphrases what you've used on them in the past, and it's like, oh my god, I really have been talking to Keanu Reeves. Don't ask me why Keanu Reeves popped into my head. It is probably important to one of you. Normally, if I'm picking random people, I go for J names. So, Joe Belushi, maybe. But no, Keanu Reeves popped into my head for that one. So maybe that is that. Okay, thank you for watching. Hopefully this is going to be informative to you for the future of November. Hopefully this does resonate with you. If it does, that is fantastic. If you like this reading, please feel free, give me a thumbs up and let me know that you like this reading. It also lets the YouTube algorithm know that you like this reading, which helps my channel grow. If you didn't like this reading, you can give it the thumbs down. That's absolutely fine. But be a big person about this and let me know why in the comments. Okay, because I can't change things if I don't know about them. It is that simple. Obviously, I can pull tarots and stuff on it, but I don't know. I can't talk for all tarot readers, but if I try pulling tarot readers for me, I might as well be pulling cards like this, look. Okay, and I can't even think of what the book meanings of the tarot cards are when I pull tarot cards for myself, let alone actually feeling anything intuitive coming off them. So yeah, I have a tarot block when it comes to myself. Anyway, getting back to it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I suggest you do so, because then you're putting your energies into the Tarot Team pot. It kind of gives me the access I need to them to pull a better reading for you. It makes it more personal, makes it more individual for you. So yes, do that. And until the next time you are watching one of my videos, be it a signed one or an all signs one, or just maybe one of my random world event ones I sometimes do, you all be good out there.